All right, well, let's get to the phone lines. We've got Bob on the line. Hey there, Bob. What's your question tonight?
Hey, Bob.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry we got disconnected. Hey, I had a question. Can I go ahead and ask you that question?
Yeah, Bob, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He accidentally hung up. What I was trying to find out from the trooper there is how many accidents or how many deaths do they see attributed to distracted driving or texting and driving?
Oh, that's a good question. How many deaths do we see due to distracted driving?
So I do believe in 2020 there were a little over 3,000 deaths, and that's going to be, countrywide. And we saw, I think it was a little over 40 in the state of Alabama last year. It's not so much deaths that we're sitting there getting the stats of, because one thing, distracted driving is not always accurately reported because you can't get the driver to say what it was exactly they were doing. So,
right, and Trooper Peoples, what exactly is the law now, and how are people being prosecuted for this?
So the law against distracted driving, there is no traffic violation for it. It's just the texting and driving is the only thing we have an Alabama code for.
Right.
Now, whenever it comes to, arriving on a crash scene and we're asking the driver, who, what, when, where, and then we always ask why. Why did this happen? Right. We're not always going to get the accurate answer from that driver. That driver's not always going to say, oh, I was, turning, my Spotify on, I was texting my boyfriend. We don't always get that. So that's where we have to do our preliminary investigation and try to track down exactly why that happened. So we just take, different steps then in our investigation to prove if distracted driving was an issue.
Right, and Andrea, as you know, my partner, law partner, Alan Ritchie, he actually had the first case in the state of Alabama, a criminal case against someone that was texting and driving. It was about 5-6 years ago, I think, and unfortunately involved a death of a South Alabama student, and was prosecuted for that under the law, and so which is a wonderful thing. I mean, if in a situation like this, if someone is texting and driving and texting and driving has been shown, and Trooper, you can either back this up or tell me I'm wrong. In a lot of studies, it's even worse than drinking and driving, things of that nature. What we see as far as the accidents that are occurring.
Yeah, Bill. One of the last statistics I read showed that a person that is texting and driving is actually 23 more times likely to crash than someone who isn't.
Wow.
And so it's just astronomical, the stats that are out there that can prove that it's not okay to be distracted and driving. It's not always texting and driving. It can be children. It can be you're trying to eat, go down the road. You're plugging an address into your GPS. Distracted driving is numerous things. We just see the most of it with the texting and driving. Right.